Hello and welcome. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Adirayo Senami. President Donald Trump of the United States this Monday threatened to permanently withdraw funding from the World Health Organization if it does not make substantive improvements in the next 30 days and demonstrates independence from China. Meanwhile, President Xi Jinping of China this Monday announced a contribution of $2 billion over the next 2 years to countries affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. He says the money is for health measures as well as developmental aid for affected countries. Similarly, following directives by the federal government of Nigeria asking returnees to pay for their quarantine expenses, the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) have come to the rescue of returnees with an offer of $2.5 million, equivalent of 1 billion naira, to foot their bills during the 2 weeks they're in quarantine. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control this Monday confirmed 216 new cases of COVID-19 in 14 states across the country and the Federal Capital Territory, bringing its total number of cases to 6,175. Nigeria has so far recorded 1,644 recoveries and 191 deaths. Meanwhile, the Congress of Health Workers Unions and Associations in Kaduna State, Nigeria, have threatened to go on strike if the 25% salary cut is not refunded. A communique signed by the leaders of the association says the deduction is illegal and has reduced the morale of health workers. In an unrelated development, a mobile court in Kaduna, Nigeria has convicted the serving Nigerian Army general and the popular Islamic cleric in the state, Sheikh Yusuf Rigachukwu, and his son for violating the COVID-19 lockdown order of the Kaduna State government. The Tertiary Education Trust Fund, TETFund Nigeria, has secured a 5-year agreement with the Morgan State University in Maryland, US, which will enable up to 50 Nigerian PhD students and up to 20 postdoctoral researchers study at the state university each year. We'll take a short break now. We'll be right back.
Taking responsibility means having to care for a suspected COVID-19 patient. Here are some of the precautions you can take as a home caregiver. Isolate the patient away from the rest of the family, preferably in a separate room or quarters. Wear a medical mask when you're in the same room as the ill person, and don't touch the mask or your face during care. Discard it afterwards. Frequently clean your hands with soap and water or an alcohol-based rub, especially after you've touched the ill person or their surroundings. Use dedicated dishes, cups, utensils, towels, and bed linens for the sick person, and take note of frequently touched surfaces by the ill person and clean and disinfect them regularly. And most importantly, call your state hotlines or the NCDC immediately if the person worsens or experiences difficulty breathing. My name is Dr. Ola Brown.
This message is brought to you by the United Nations in conjunction with the federal government of Nigeria.
Welcome back. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Update. South Sudan's Vice President Riek Machar and his wife Angelina Teny, who is also the Minister of Defense, and a number of his office staff and bodyguards have tested positive for COVID-19. The Vice President said although he has no symptoms, he will self-isolate for 14 days. Zambian authorities have shut down a Chinese restaurant in the capital, Lusaka, for reportedly discriminating against indigents by only allowing entrance to Chinese and denying blacks for apparently COVID-19 related reasons. According to official figures released this Monday, Brazil has the third highest number of novel coronavirus cases in the world, with 254,220 confirmed cases and 16,792 COVID-19 deaths. An earthquake in southwestern China this Tuesday killed 4 people and injured 24 others, local authorities say. The Yunnan government says it has sent 600 rescue workers, including firefighters and soldiers, to the disaster area to rescue persons affected by the earthquake. And finally, the Sports Ministry in Nigeria has set up an 11-man committee comprising of members of the COVID-19 task force of the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, commissioners of sports from 6 geopolitical zones, and representatives of the sports ministry to look at a new possible date for this year's National Sports Festival, which should have been held in Benin but was postponed due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And that's it on 84 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.84tvradio.com. Please follow us on our social media platforms at 84 TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at 84 TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Adirayo Senami.